This is a new series where I tell stories because I like to do that. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, you read the title. You know what I'm talking about. My tornado experience. Because I live in Texas and sometimes we get tornadoes. So yeah, the first story I'm gonna tell is, it all dates back down to like 4th grade, like 3-4 years ago. Where I was, just at my lunch table, just eating lunch, and like it has been storming all day. It was storming from the morning I woke up and to the present time. So I was just eating my lunch, and I look out the window. And I just see, just this. The storm was picking up. Okay, it was getting stronger by the second. And so I look at the window and I see how the storm is just picking it up. And so I'm like, oh, well, it's getting more intense. Okay. And so I was eating my lunch and I was getting a little concerned about what's happening. And so I was eating my lunch, just not really paying attention to the storm outside, when all of a sudden the teachers barge in and say, "Okay, kids, we're eating in the hallway, and we are just gonna go away from the windows because it's getting more windy outside, and we're a little concerned about the wind breaking the windows and stuff." So at that point, my concern level went off the charts, and I was now internally panicking from the inside out. And so we go into the hallway. We are in the hallway. We're eating the lunch. I'm still quite nervous. And I look over to my friend, Robbie, and he has no concern on his face. He is as calm as what a calm person would look like. Because, I don't know if you know this, but my friend Robbie is from Oklahoma. And if you don't know, Oklahoma is where thousands of tornadoes touch down. That was exaggeration, by the way. But, so he has like this calm face on his look. He looks so calm. And so we are there. We're talking about what the safest places are in the school. And I thought it was just going to be the middle, where there's like legit no windows, because every class in the middle of the school has like legit no windows. So I guess that's the safest place. And as we were thinking about what the safest place was, the teachers barge in again and say, "Okay, we're gonna stop all their lunches. Just stop the lunch. We're going in a classroom, and it's about to get real." And it did get real. We went to the classroom, which was my homeroom classroom, my 4th grade homeroom. So I actually knew the place, while the other kids didn't actually. I mean, it was like some kids knew the place because some of my classmates were there. I mean, it wasn't like random people. And my friend Robbie still had the calmest expression on his face. I don't know how. I was like, you can legit tell I was shaking. If you looked at me in that time, you can tell I couldn't even walk properly without having to almost lay down. It was scary. And I remember laying in the classroom, and to calm everyone else, the teachers say, "Okay, so the worst that could ever happen is this tornado destroys the whole place." It feels like that made worse, because if the teacher says don't worry, well, I worried. I mean, like, if you say don't worry, you're just gonna make the people more worried. But apparently Robbie still had like no expression on his face. I could tell the other kids had like scared looks in their face, while I was legit on the floor having a breakdown, like literally. So to calm the students even more, I remember the teachers just started reading a book, and I actually knew the book, but the book actually was kind of trash. It was the magic, I wouldn't say the magic tree, school bus, or I don't know. It was the magic treehouse, I think. It was not the magic school bus. That was like a show. But it was a magic like treehouse. It was about this like treehouse. They take us journeys or something. And that's what I recall the book was. I'm not too sure though. But it was okay. I was still panicking while like listening to the book, which was actually kind of garbage. And that's when all the teachers just stopped what they're doing, and I could tell that something was going on. They all go in their pocket and look. They get out their phone at the exact same time, look at their phone at the exact same time, and then they look at us and say, "Okay, kids, duck and cover. It's about to get real." That's when everything just fell on me. That's when everything got insanely scary for me. And I'm duck and covering, and I peek over, when I was duck and covering, I look over at my friend Robbie, and he still has like just the blankest expression on his face. Like this is a normal day for him. And we like duck and cover for like about 10 minutes, and then like everything just it got calmer basically, because the 10 minutes the teachers told us to just stop. Duck and covering is okay now. And I didn't actually think it was going to be the last of it, because I knew something else was going to happen, and I feel like the second time it's going to be worse. And let's just say I was probably going to be correct. And so we continue reading the book. And as we were reading the book, I'm just like waiting for something to happen again. Waiting about if we're gonna get hit by some massive EF5 tornado. And the same thing happens. All the teachers get out their phone at the exact same time again, and they just look at us again. They say duck and cover again, and that duck and cover was actually longer. And every single time I duck and cover, I used to peek out of like my friend. Like Robbie still had the blankest expression on his face. I don't know why. It was so weird. It's like he's been through this before. I mean, he lives in Oklahoma, or he did live in Oklahoma. So I guess he was kind of used to tornadoes. But like, we get out of the duck and cover. That was like about like 20 minutes time, and we start reading the book again. And so I'm like, okay, dude, this next part is gonna happen, and it's gonna be big. It's gonna get real. And during that whole time, you could just hear like the rain on the roof. It sounded like rocks were just gonna be thrown in the roof. Now that I wonder if it was hail or not. I think it was rain, but it was just a loud noise, and that just made it scarier. The tornado sirens didn't go off, which I was actually expecting them to go off, but they actually didn't. So I'm like wondering why. And I feel like that made me feel better a little. Everyone had those panicked looks on their face except for my friend. And that's when, again, the teachers go down, get their phones, look in their phones, and they say, okay, duck and cover again. And I'm just, every time, look over my friend, and he just still has that blank expression on his face. That duck and cover was the longest one yet. It was like about 30 minutes. And yes, they told us to get up sometime to take a break, but like I was not in the mood. But like it was okay. We're gonna be fine, I guess. And during the duck and cover, I was wondering if the tornado actually did hit us, would I help people, or would I just straight run? I don't know. That was the thing that I was just thinking about during the duck and cover. But that was the last duck and cover, and then we stayed in the classroom for about 20 minutes, and then we got up and just did a normal day again. And I went back to my home, and my brother told me that the teachers were also panicking. Well, my teachers were actually not, but his teachers were actually panicking. I don't know why, but one teacher said to him, I think he said the teacher said the exact same thing that like my teacher said basically, but like I don't remember what they actually said because it was like a long time ago, but like they said something similar to what my teacher said, but I think it was worse. I don't remember. I don't recall. I'm lucky enough to live in a place where we never get hit. There could be 1,000 tornadoes surrounded by us, and we could never get hit. I swear, there's like a shield in my home that just a shield around my home, around my house, that just blocks the tornadoes. There is one time where there's this storm. It was just a massive storm, and we like never got hit. Like there was like 20 tornadoes outside. There's like 20 tornadoes around us, and each one never got close to us. The tornado siren did go off, but no tornadoes hit. There's been a time where the tornado siren went off in the middle of the day, like in the middle of time. So I thought it was just going to be a warning. Like, you know, sometimes they test sirens for no reason. They just test them to see if they work. But then my mom gets a text saying, like, go inside. There's a tornado. And we just look out, and it was just, like, clear. And I'm like, why? But then it was, like, a false alarm, something like that. But, yeah, I'm, like, really lucky that I never got really hit by a tornado. The most damage a storm has ever done to my house was probably hail, where I think it chipped the roof a little bit, but that was like the biggest damage it ever struck. And I bet there's some people out there who got hit by a tornado before, and I don't know why. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Make sure. Do you want me to make more story times? I don't know. I was planning on making a series of my stories, and just like the video, comment if you want me to make more. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Join my Discord server, and like and sub, and bye.